Hi guys, it's Mike Newton. We're back out on the practice bunker here at Barrow Golf Club. We're just carrying on our series of bunker video clips and swing tips here for trying to escape the bunker, of all the different various of lies that sometimes you can actually experience when you're out on the golf course. So this is part 2 of the series here. So if you've missed part 1, go back and check that out and maybe work your way through them part by part. Okay, this video here is going to really highlight on the dreaded plugged ball. Now, hopefully we don't get faced with too many of these scenarios on the golf course, but when we do, there's some real sort of key things to change in the setup to try and help us escape the bunker. Now, as you can tell from a plugged ball position, or maybe what you've experienced on the golf course, if it does come out, the ball comes out with no control. Okay, and we can't really do a lot about that. The ball's just going to come out with very little spin or no spin at all. It's going to land and then it's just going to release on. We can't change that. That's just going to what happen. It's just going to what's going to happen. What we've got to try and do here is obviously get it out of the bunker with the first go. We don't want to be having 2 or 3 swipes at this to get it out. Okay, so we're going to really go through the key changes in the setup first to play the shot correctly.
Okay, so here's a plug ball, or not at the moment, but it's about to be. Okay, now there's the plug golf ball. So get it from this angle here. You can see the ball's really sat into this. What I've got here is some very damp, wet sand here. So this is going to be really sort of quite hard. You'd be very unfortunate to find this golf ball lying like this, but obviously you're going to have to play it, and we want to get it out first time.
Okay, now one of the biggest faults I see a lot of golfers do when they get into this situation is they go straight to the most lofted golf club, okay, and then they sort of stand there and really lay this club wide open to try and add even more loft to the golf club. And that's the first error that a lot of people make, okay. Now, what we're actually going to do with this is actually square the club face in terms of the target. So we know classic things of a bunker shot. We stand open, we have the club face open to our stance and maybe square to the target. Okay, and then we try and swing across the golf ball in terms of swinging along the line of the body. The thing's going to change here slightly. We're going to actually aim the club face absolutely square. So it's a bit like if you're playing a normal 7-iron shot, you're going to aim the club face square to your target, and that's what we're going to try and do here. So we're getting ourselves a little bit more square in the stance. We don't need to open ourselves out. The ball's now going to be positioned more centre of the stance, okay? And then we're going to square the club face up. So we're not laying it open, we're actually going to square it off. And what we've definitely got to do here is get to the bottom of that ball to then get it popping out. So we're going to have to do some digging here. So the previous video we talked about using the bounce. Okay, that's going to change now. We want to use this leading edge here, digging into the sand to really get to the bottom of that golf ball. The key thing here is to get it out. So we're going to make a more shorter, more stabbier sort of action. There's going to be a big explosion of sand coming out of the bunker here, and hopefully that ball's going to pop out. Like I said before, it's not going to come out with any control here, but the key thing is to get it out. Let's give it a go. So short, explosive sort of shot. Okay, I'll take that all day long, just whiz that out to about a foot there.
As the name suggests on the golf ball, it's one juicy lie, or maybe not, it's more of a juicy plug lie. Let's get that in position. Okay, let's give you a little close-up of this one coming out. So don't open the club face, okay, turn it round, point the club face square to the target, ball more middle of stance, short, sharp action. Out it pops. As you can see, very sort of deep divot there.
And obviously the ball just popped up and out. Now it helps at the moment because the conditions are very wet. Okay, so the ball's going to stop, but in the summer that's going to want to release on and really roll on, maybe on some faster greens here. Let's give it one more go. So we're going to play middle of the stance, turn the club face in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make a short, sharp shot. Yeah, great. The ball just pops out quite nicely there. I'll take those all day long. Okay, hope you're enjoying the videos, the series of bunker videos here. Stay tuned because there's going to be some more of these coming out. If there's any comments on what we've talked about here in the plug ball situation, please comment below, let me know your thoughts. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you all very soon.